Hello everyone, Defudge 3004 here. Just thought I'd do a little Space Engineers tutorial for those of you who don't know. So when you start the game, it will look like this without the continue game. And you will go to new game, and if you have a game that you've already done, you can go to load game. So we're going to go to new game, and it will come up with campaign, custom game, and workshop content. Let's go to custom game. Okay, so what we're going to do is I am actually going to do an atmospheric landing, which means I'm going to go from space to the planet. So what I want to do is go to star system down at the bottom. Click on that, and let's do name, let's do Defudge. How's that? And we'll go to survival. If you want to have other people play with you, you can do that. Offline, you can pause it when you're in single player, obviously not on servers. Auto save, I'm not going to worry about. I can save that and I can show you how to do that. I'm not going to do any mods. This is just going to be the straight game without any mods. So click on advanced. And inventory size is going to be times 10. Assembler efficiency, turn up to 10. That would help a lot. Refinery, 10. Welding speed, 5. You don't want this on realistic. It'll take forever. Environment hostility, always keep that on safe unless you like having asteroids come to impact your certain station all the time, like they have sniper rifles on them or something. Okay, I'm going to go to infinite high density. Floor, we're going to leave these alone. Realistic sounds, I think that sounds better. I haven't tried it on arcade, so I don't know. Go to unlimited world size. View distance, it depends on what your computer can handle. If you have a low-end machine, do the 5K. If you have a high-end machine, you probably want to do, the 30K is what I'm going to do. Respawn ship, I'm actually going to turn that off. That means that if I were to die, then I can instantly respawn in a ship. So, without having to wait for like 2 minutes or whatever it is. Day duration, I am actually going to take that up to about 12 hours or so. Let's take that to 14 hours. Max objects that are floating around in space and stuff. The higher end computers can handle more. Max ship size, so this is the maximum number of grids and blocks you can have on a ship, and then maximum blocks per player. That's 100,000, 50,000 per ship. I am actually going to take off the block limits, so if I want a bigger ship, I can do that. For right now, for low-end computers, keep that on. Okay, keep on auto healing, delete respawn ship, turn that off, otherwise when you log off, your ship will disappear. You can't have that on until you're in survival. Okay, leave that off, otherwise you'll lose everything every time you do that. Thruster damage, I am actually going to turn that off because when I take off, it'll damage things around me, so this is just going to be a tutorial more than anything. Not permanent death, weapons enabled, cargo ships enabled, destructible blocks, in-game scripts. Tool shake is actually kind of hard to work with if you're not used to it, so I'm going to turn that off. You can find random things out in space more than anything, space stations and ships, stuff we've just out there unpowered or whatever. Air tightness, I'm going to go ahead and do this because I have a pretty good computer. For those with low-end computers, do not do this. And I am going to leave a lot of this stuff alone. Enable drones, I want that off for now. This is a tutorial. Enable wolves off and enable spiders off. Enable turret friendly damage, no, I don't want that on. And enable respawn ships, yes. Enable unknown signals, yes. Okay. Once that is done, we are going to press start. It will take a minute for the game to load, but it shouldn't be too long without any mods. Once you get to this screen, click on Planetary Lander if you want to go on the planet. If you would prefer to go out into space, I recommend this respawn ship or this respawn ship. These other two are not so good because they don't have a lot of stuff on them. This one, not so much. This one and this one. So I'm just going to do the Planetary Lander. I want to get on the planet. Hopefully I'll be able to land okay. So whichever one you want, click, have that highlighted, like you can see where it is there. If I want this one, I'll click on that one, but I don't. I want Planetary Lander. So I'm going to click respawn, and I will end up in the ship. I forgot to set the controls back to default. I apologize to you who will be confused by some of the controls when you have this game. Things will be a little different for you. I meant to reset that to default. And as soon as this gets loaded, we will get ourselves headed down. Okay, first I'm going to press V to get out of the ship. There we go. And you want to have the dampeners on, which is over here in the bottom left corner. I will turn them off. You can see it turn red. Now I'm going to turn it back on. Alt to look around, and I'm going to go ahead and leave the ship pretty much where it is. We're actually going to be starting in a really good place. This is the meters that you are above the planet to tilt your ship one way or the other after you kind of start getting gravity or these thrusters kick on, which they should be doing right now. You can see our speed down in the bottom right corner with the arrow that's going down, or the bar that's going down, means that we have started slowing down. I'm going to press C and I will start dropping faster. I still have quite a ways to go before I get to the planet, so I should be okay. Now I can tilt up and down, look all around. Doing over 100 meters per second. M over S is meters per second. So I'm going to wait until I get down here quite a ways. And I'm just pressing C to go faster, which just turns off those thrusters on the side of the ship. Those are atmospheric thrusters. I'm actually going to tilt down a little bit like this, so that way I can hopefully land okay. To tilt, you want to use Q and E, and that will tilt you with the horizon, which is that bar that is right above the ship right now. So that's the bar that I'm looking at to see how I am lining up with the planet. So to slow myself down more, I just kind of raise it up a little bit. To go faster down, I'm going to point it down like this, and we're going to go down fast. You can still see the meters, how high above we are to the planet, so we still have a little ways to go. Once you get closer, you'll see the trees and stuff start showing up. Slow down now. We don't have that much farther to go. And because I don't have very good side thrusters, I want to make sure to try to keep myself level if I can. Okay. We'll see if we can land this thing safely. 1,500 meters and dropping. You want to try to land somewhere near a lake, which is what this is. I left the control hints on, which is what you see on your screen. That's on the ship. Those are control hints that will kind of help you out. R is what I have set. Everybody can set the controls on this. It's only on PC, so you can do your controls how you think you want. Once you start getting down there, you can see I'm adjusting how I look around, doing control and using the mouse, or alt, excuse me, using the mouse. So I have 10 hours of fuel. There for a while we had like 30 seconds, 36 seconds, or something ridiculous like that. You can see me trying to go forward. You can see those little tiny thrusters lighting up. So I'm going to go forward a little bit to get a little closer to that ice. One thing I wanted to show you was, if you look out on that lake, you can see black splotches. That's where ore is going to be in the ground. And if you look around here, there's a black splotch right back there. Ore is going to be down there in the ground, so we got to mine for that. And again, yes, this is another survival game, of course. I kind of like the survival games. I think they're fun to play. So we're going to try to land as safely as we can. Once you get down, you'll notice these landing gears. Right now, they are blue. And I'm going to scroll out a little bit. And when I get closer, they're going to turn green. That means that they are connected with the planet. And, you know, I may want to try to find a flatter place, but this will work. Okay, that one right back here has connected, but that's our ramp to get on and off. So I'm thinking maybe I might take it and back it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do is press P. That will turn them off, and then I can lift back up and back up a little bit. P will turn off your landing gears or connectors or whatever. Whatever that you have those things set for. I would advise not doing them for, like, you know, other miscellaneous things that you may need. So just try to keep that for like landing gear and stuff like that. Raise up a little bit, come over here. Alright, and I'll probably land right about here. Okay, now I'm going to go down. We already logged, but I want to make sure that I go down right. That is an unknown signal that they have in the game. It is for things that you can get, and they will drop and sometimes break, and if you can't find them, well, tough luck. They just land really hard, and sometimes you just don't always have the option to find them. Raise up a little bit, back up, and see if we can get this guy to land right. Okay. Now, oops, wrong way. Now, I am actually going to press R, which takes me to this control panel, inventory, and all this stuff that you can see. And I'm going to go up here. There's the landing gears. Okay, how about if I turn that auto lock off? That means that every time I try to land, it is just going to try to lock. So now I can at least land the way I want to land. Okay, and once all four are down, press P and we are landed. Okay, once you're in, press R again and find your atmospheric thrusters. There's 2 large and a bunch of small. So I'm going to click on the top atmospheric, and using the right control button for me, for you it will be different because I use control to get in and out of the cockpit. You will be using K under the default settings. I'm going to control that and then scroll down and get all these. And if you guys work with computers, then you know how to already do the control and shift and stuff like that to select multiple things. Okay, hit off. And what I can do, since those are already there, I can actually label them now. Let's go ATMOS dot thrusters. Okay, that lets me know those are those thrusters which only work in the atmosphere. Once those are in, you can go to the top and you can, I said the top, come on, all the way. You can see that you have atmospheric thrusters and landing gears. These are things that you can save here and you can rename them whatever you want to. So that's done. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to press, what you would press K, I'm going to press control, and that gets me out of the seat. To change my view, remember to press V, and that changes the view. This is me. We've already discussed that on the first one. If you saw my first video, if not, I'm going to watch my ship. I explained quite a few things. Now I want to take off my helmet, so I'm going to press J, because this is breathable atmosphere, and there I am. And then I'm going to go to V again. Now down on this area here, let me press R. Down here, you're going to notice that my oxygen, the O2, is a little low because I have my helmet on. So I'm going to come over here and refill my oxygen and hydrogen and my health and whatever else. Okay. T does my light. I want that on. And right now there's oxygen in the ship. So I think for right now what I'm going to do is just go ahead and turn that off. I'm on the planet. I won't be needing any for right now. This is a timer block, I believe. Let me see. If I go to my tools, press 1. Yep, that is a timer block, and this is a programmable block. I don't know any coding or anything. I'll probably end up getting rid of those because they're just for parts. You would normally press, I believe, K, and I'm going to press Control, or you can alternately press R on here, and you can open or close the door. And I'm going to just go ahead and press Open for now. And that's letting all the air out, but we have oxygen, so we're not too worried about it. Or if you highlight the door, you can press K, or in my case, Control, and that will open and close the door. Okay, now we're down on the planet. This is my welder, which ain't going to do me a whole lot of good right now. My grinder, which I can use to take parts off of the ship. And there is a beacon on the ship, but I don't think... Yep, there it is right there. It's active. Atmospheric Lander Mark 1. I can change the name of that to whatever I want to, so let me go and show you that right now. So we'll just come back up here. Oh, one thing you probably want to do is go to your batteries. If you have something in your hand, press the tilde key and it will get rid of whatever is in your hand and have it back on the bar. Okay, I'm going to press R and I'm going to turn these to off so that way it will charge automatically with what little bit of stuff is in here. By pressing Control, I can actually see how much ore I have in here. For right now, I don't want these to be charging because that's just going to take up a lot of unneeded energy. And once I run out of power, I am kind of for a loss because I won't be able to do anything else. I can also go into here and find the batteries, and I can click on each one until I find the ones that have not been clicked on, and I can shut them off like this. And I can also highlight all 4 batteries, change that to whatever I want to, press save, and we'll have that. Okay, I am actually going to... Okay, that tells me what it is, but I'm going to go to R, and I'm going to shut that off because that's pulling energy. And alternately, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to shut off these 2 because they're pulling energy. It may not be very much, but all energy is energy. Okay. And I'm just going to shut off whatever I can to try to conserve as much energy as I can while I still have what little bit of ore I have. Shut off your assembler, and I will explain that when we get there. It'll also make the ship a little quieter. And your refinery. And again, you can go to other parts, or you can just click on any one of these. Use your R button, and then find wherever it is under here, and click it on or off. Okay, and actually, I should shut off the programmable block. So let's do that. Off. Let's do the timer block. Right there, off. Okay, now that won't be pulling any extra power that we really don't need. We can leave the lights on, that's okay, it's not pulling that much. If I wanted to change the name of the beacon, go to here and find Atmospheric Lander or Beacon if you'd put one in, and change the name right here. And so, you know, if I wanted to do that, I could. Alternately, you want to go to Info and change the name here to whatever you want, press OK, exit out, and then when you come back in, your new name for your ship will be right here, and it will also stay under the beacon. Okay, I know where the ship is. How far does that beacon reach? The beacon does have a range, so let's go to the beacon, and it's at 20,000 meters. I'll be able to see it. I'm going to turn that all the way up. I know it's using 10 kilowatts, but if you lose your ship, you're kind of going to be hurting, because you'll have to either find a way to respawn or something. Okay, the toolbar is what is at the bottom of the screen. I can go to G and I can put on any of these things that I want to anywhere on any of these slots. I can also take these off just by right clicking, but I really don't want to do that. I want to have something on there. Tilde, get rid of that. And I want to see what kind of ore I can find. Don't try to use your jetpack on the planet. It's not going to last very long. The jetpack is the H2 on the bottom left. And so when I use it, pressing, of course, the appropriate one, F, you can see it's kind of starting to drop pretty quickly. And that is not going to leave me a lot if I have to get out of a hole or something. So I probably don't want to use that right now. Don't drop too great a height. You will get hurt and or possibly die. Okay, we're on the planet. Let's explore a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is try to find some ore. I know this is ice, and it will tell me if I stop, it will show me, see, ice. All of this is ice, but if I can find that dark spot, and I can also kind of look at the ground a little bit while I run and see if I see any dark splotches. And most times it'll be able to tell you. Your energy is what you're going to use to drill, run, whatever. Everything uses energy. Your light doesn't use that much energy, so I'm not really too terribly worried about that. So, this is just going to be an introductory episode. I will have several episodes on this series, I'm sure. I'm trying to keep the episodes down to a half hour or so range. So, if I quit clicking the darn button. Okay, we want to have that loud sound. Now, I know that it was out here somewhere. You notice that the ice thing keeps moving around. This is because it's telling me where ice is. If you want to see, I could use the ship, but I really need more energy. But I do have another way to get more energy. I just want to find some ore. Some ore, not some more, but some ore. So I do know that there is some out here somewhere. And I'm not finding any yet, but I think there may be a darker area out here. I thought that there was. Well, I'm just running around doing nothing, aren't I? Alright, I'm gonna go back to the ship. I will meet you guys there in just a minute. And we're back. So I'm at the ship and I flew using my jetpack. You can see down at the bottom I only have 30 left of my hydrogen. It's not going to last very long, so let's come over here and refill. It'll refill our energy, O2, health, and hydrogen. Well, I said I needed more energy, so let's go in here, and there are parts in these cargo chests. There's 2 of them. And there are solar cells and interior plates, motors, displays. This is my oxygen generator. Power cells, which I'm going to need. Construction components, all kinds of stuff that I'm going to need. Okay, let's just go and put you in there because I won't be needing you right now. So let's grab those. And this is your inventory, how much you can hold. You can adjust this in the XML if you know how. I can send a link to you. If you guys want to know how, let me know in the comments, and I will send the link that I found, hopefully if I can find it again, on how to adjust your inventory in your XML if you want to have a bigger inventory. Okay, and I know I want power cells, and that takes up a lot of room. So let's go ahead and maybe pressing control will take out 10 at a time. Control shift will take out 1,000 at a time, or is that 100? Shift is 100, even though I can't carry 100. So shift and control is 1,000, control is 10. So let's just go ahead and drop that down to about 20, and then we'll come back down here and we'll grab a few of those. Okay. Shut that, and you can, if you want to grind off this, you can do that, but no ore. We'll be able to get up to here. There may be a way to, but I know that's what these are also doing because they're connected. Okay, there has to be another connection. So it has to be connected over here to be able to go up in the conveyor. This moves stuff into there. There's a port on the bottom, and there's also, this has 4 ports all around it, kind of like these cargo containers. You can't see them, but you can see one there. There's ports on all sides, so you can actually get it hooked up on whichever side you want. Okay, on the bottom, on this very bottom row, you can see that I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. 0 is the hand, so I can do that, or tilde. And I can have different things on that bar if I want to. That's what the G was about. If I go to this, I can put solar cells on here. Now I probably want to have them more facing the sun. So maybe if I put them like this, now they won't attach for some reason because I think they're facing the wrong way. So what I have to do is use insert, delete, home, and page up and page down to make them move. But I need to figure out, okay, right now, okay, they are connecting right there. So let's move that one closer and we will go, okay, let me shut off those hints in the game options. So I'm going to go to options, game, and let's do control hints. Okay. And then close that, and we're back in the game. Now it says I need steel plates, so that's one thing that I missed. I haven't done Space Engineers for a while, so I'm kind of trying to get back into the swing of things again. These are steel plates, so I'll go and grab whatever I can, and I can grab a lot. And as you can see, it turned green there for a second, which means I can now build it. But I need to try to get some stuff on here, so I'm going to do one right there. It doesn't build them. You have to build them yourselves in survival. In creative, you don't, but in survival, you do. Okay. Once I do that, I should also be able to do it like that, which will give me more energy, and just try to line it up if you can, if it's going to cooperate. Are you going to cooperate or not? You're not very cooperatitious, are you? Okay. Almost had it. Almost had it. Come on. You can do this. You've done this before. Oh. Okay. Now I got that in. What I'm going to do is go to 1, which is my welder, and I'm going to weld up whatever I can. I need large steel tubes, computers, and solar cells. And I'll go and do whatever of these that I can. It will help. And I can also hopefully jump up on here. I might have to use my jetpack a little bit, get up on here and turn that off, run down here and weld up some of this. Trying to get used to the jetpack will take a little bit of time, so just be aware of that it will not be something you're going, hey, I can fly around all I want to. Once you learn how to do the mods and stuff, load up the mods and figure out which mods you use, yes, you can fly around for a long time. But until you do, I would suggest learning the base game first and then worry about that. Okay, so let's go. We need large steel tubes and computers. And I believe that we also need... I don't remember what it was. Let's go look. What is that we needed? So we need more solar cells. They do take an awful lot. Control, okay. Load up whatever those I can. It's not a lot, but... Okay. Got a few more done there. Got a few more done there. Let's see if I can... Come on, get up on there. Good boy. Okay, and the computers and all of this. Now there's a red line above the hot bar. That's how full my inventory is. When it gets turned red, you're really full. So I am going to actually probably dump off. I don't need those now. I won't need those now, but I'm going to go in and maybe just dump off 200 or 300. I won't need those. I'm going to save those for the time being, and I will go in and grab what I can of those. Okay. Now. Okay, that red line is actually not a bad thing. If you wait for a few seconds, you can see it starting to turn green, which means that it is catching the rays from the sun. Once the sun goes down, it's nighttime, as I'm pretty sure that everybody can, figure that one out. Okay, I need some more. So you want to try to get this done as early as you can, as soon as you land, which I did not do. So I may end up in a world of hurt if I don't find, like, uranium or something to power my ship here so I can move around. And... here in just a second, get this one done, and this is, nope, not quite, gonna really help with my power situation for a little bit. Okay, that should give me more than enough. Sorry, I ran into the television screen there, or the monitor. And yay, all those are built now. You can extend them out both ways. You can put them wherever you want to. Put them high, put them low, whatever. I just stuck them there just to kind of give a demonstration. Okay, let me see. There's that ore over there. So if I can make it over there here pretty soon, then I can see what is underneath there. So maybe what I am going to do is I want to leave this on for the oxygen just in case I need it. Leave this on. And your oxygen generator, which is underneath here, but you can turn off the vent. Now, I already have a problem. I don't have any more ore. I'm already screwed. I already used all of that. Just keep trying to keep things going. I actually don't really need this. This is the gyroscope, which helps the ship turn. And for those of you who watched my other one, you already know this. That's going to conserve a tiny bit of energy. And for right now, I want to see if I can find that ore. So as soon as I get back over there, I will let you guys know, and we'll talk to you guys here in just a minute. And we're back. So I just made it over to the ore. I did fly to try to get that a little bit faster. Now you can see it says silicon. If we walk all over a good sized area of this, other stuff may start showing up. So don't just assume that there's one kind of ore, because there may not be. And if you dig down deep, you actually may find other kinds of ore. Darn it, I gotta quit doing that. Okay, Finger, you gotta start cooperating with me here. Now, there may only be silicon here, but usually there's more than one type of ore here. So, it says it's only 31 meters down, which really isn't that far. Plus, we are going to kind of need the ice when we start building our ship. So, let's just go ahead and see. Back there is only 26 meters down, so there's some more. Okay, there's magnesium, and there's nickel. And all these, you're going to need every ore that you have to be able to do anything. So, okay, now what I'm going to do is press R, and I don't remember what it is for you guys. You'll have to look through your controls and see. I don't remember, my apologies. I'm going to go to GPS, and I'm going to do new from current position. So it's going to make that sound. It's going to say DFJ1, so I'm going to click on that, and what I'm going to do is highlight that. I'm going to do, how about area 1, and then I'm going to go to here. Actually, I'll press tab, that's the easiest way, and then I'm going to do SI for silicon and Mg for magnesium and Ni for nickel. If I find some more, I can always add it to this. And once you do, you can just close that window and it's already in there. It is stored in there. You don't have to worry about, well, did it store it? Did it keep it? Yes, it stored it. It kept it. You can delete it if you want to whenever you get off the planet, or if you want to save it, whatever. Okay, unfortunately, I'm not finding the one thing that I really super badly need. So once I start getting it, I will actually be able to do a whopping lot more stuff. But we haven't explored this whole area yet, so I really need to see what I can find here. So let's hope that there is some uranium somewhere in here. Okay, and we will probably be, or I will probably be ending the episode here momentarily. And let me just see if I can see anything on this dark splotch. On the Earth, it's a little harder to tell when you're up on like the grass and stuff what's what. But you can generally tell pretty easy if you kind of start looking. Darn it, did it again. Alright guys, this has been this episode. I have not found any uranium, but I will, because we're going to be charging those batteries, so that will hopefully keep us going for a little while. And I will catch you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you, Finger, for clicking again. And we will talk to you guys next time, and I will be looking for some more. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you guys next time.